What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always better. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
He's really been hurt. He's gone down before one time.
What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxing, coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we heard shots fired as Roy Jones responded to Floyd Mayweather. Now, initially, I wanted to do this video when it first came out, but I was on a family vacation, so you know it was just a lot going on. But I always put a pin on it because I gotta speak on stuff like this, right? Now, Floyd Mayweather, you know, as you guys can see in the beginning of the video, or even at this point right here, Floyd Mayweather posted a video of him, you know, watching all the clips of Roy Jones get knocked out or whatever. And it was a response to something that Roy Jones said. Now, I don't know exactly. I think it was the interview with Andre Ward. And I believe Roy said something about Floyd or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and break some things down, because while a lot of people are criticizing Floyd and on the side of Roy, and let me just state this right here. Roy Jones is definitely my top 5 all-time favorites of, like, just, you know, for sure. If not, I don't know exactly where I have him at. He's not number one. My favorite fighter of all time is Andre Ward. And I mean, and again, I say that now, I'm not saying that Andre Ward is better than, you know, these other guys, but he's just my personal favorite. That's my personal favorite. I came up on Andre Ward's time. But it's no way I could tell you that Andre Ward is better than Roy Jones or Floyd Mayweather or even Bernard Hopkins, when Andre Ward took something from all of them or whatnot and helped craft his style or whatever. But regardless, Roy Jones is definitely in my top 5. I mean, his prime, Roy Jones had by far the best prime in boxing, in my opinion, bro. This dude, like, imagine trying to train and prepare for a Roy Jones. You can't, because nobody else can emulate that style of Roy Jones. His style, if you want to learn how to box, you don't want to watch Roy Jones, right? But everything he did worked for him. And it, you know, it's just beautiful. His prime, to me, was by far the best prime. Nobody is touching Roy Jones in his prime. Sorry, nobody around his weight or in his at 168 or around 168 is touching Roy in his prime. It's just not gonna happen. So I gotta give Roy his respect, right? Now, however, what I will say is, for years on top of years, Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, they have always been very critical of Floyd Mayweather. It's like, and I'm just keeping it a buck here. If you watched, if you follow boxing the way I have, you would know, like, they always have like negative things to say about Floyd. It's always like, oh yeah, I mean, I'd much rather have Manny Pacquiao's career than Floyd, and that's their opinion. But it does come off as hate, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck here. It does come off as it's like jealousy there, bro. Like they'll say, you know, Floyd, and this is what I don't like here, right? And I'm not gonna say this with Roy, because I don't think the only person that Roy did not fight that I'm still trying to figure out what happened was Steve Collins. Now, it's bits and I got bits and pieces, but not enough information for me to be confident. So I definitely don't think that Roy was afraid of Steve Collins, but it was something there where Steve Collins was trying to fight Roy, but something happened. I'm still missing the piece, but I'll do, once I figure that piece out, I'm gonna definitely do a video on it. But Bernard Hopkins, like, the thing that I've never liked about fans is, like, they criticize Floyd Mayweather for stuff, but then they'll praise guys like, you know, they'll say like Bernard Hopkins or Sugar Ray Leonard was an all-time great. And this is not me diminishing nothing that they're doing, but it's just to enlighten the fans. Like, bro, the same things y'all criticize Floyd for doing, they did. You guys criticized Floyd for fighting Canelo Alvarez at a catchweight, which something that Floyd didn't do often, but yet, bro, Bernard Hopkins fought Kelly Pavlik at a catchweight. Bernard Hopkins, if I'm not mistaken, he fought Felix Trinidad at a catchweight. Or Floyd bringing up fighters like Juan Manuel Marquez to fight him at 140. I think it was the catchweight at 146 or something like that. 144 maybe. I think Floyd came in at 146. It was something like that. But anyways, y'all criticized Floyd for bringing up Marquez to fight him at 144 or whatever the case may be. But yet, bro, Bernard Hopkins brought up pretty much Felix Trinidad. Or Roy Jones, even when he fought Felix Trinidad, he fought him at what? I think it was a catch weight of 170. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff that like fight that Floyd didn't start none of the stuff that y'all are criticizing him for. And so these fighters continue to bash him over that, and they always like to say, and it's their opinion. If they feel like they want the Manny Pacquiao route, like I said, Roy Jones, I'm not gonna really speak too much on because I don't think, and even Bernard Hopkins, I don't think Bernard Hopkins ducked anybody. He was hesitant to fight Chad Dawson at one particular time, but he ended up fighting him. You know what I'm saying? So these guys didn't duck people. So I will say that, but I will say this too, like the same. They use tactics in their fight as well. Even Canelo Alvarez, you guys want to talk about Floyd fighting Canelo at a catch weight, but bro, I don't know any fighter that has fought at more catch weights than Canelo Alvarez, bro. Like this dude had his own weight class for a long time. Fought at 155, 160, what was it, 164.5 against Chavez Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude has had more catch weights than anybody that I know, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Or that and rehydration clause. I even hear people make stuff up talking about some Floyd. All his fights had rehydration clause. I don't ever recall Floyd ever having a rehydration clause in his fight. Now he's had a few catchweight fights. Canelo Alvarez, Juan Manuel Marquez. I believe that's it. But rehydration clause, nah, bro. Or you know what I'm saying. So I just I can understand why Floyd was, and note this too. Through all the years of like Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones, like criticizing Floyd, bro, Floyd never responded to none of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, bro, I can even remember when both of them called Floyd out for a fight. I remember after Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez, Bernard Hopkins wanted to make a fight with Floyd at 160 pounds. And which made absolutely no sense to me. First of all, that would be a very boring fight. Secondly, it just made no sense to me whatsoever. Because I don't agree. I don't like the idea of fighters moving up, facing a big name for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just like even with Chris Eubank and Conor Benn, I didn't like when Conor cause it's like, bro, if you beat him, like then what? It's not like you've just added on to your legacy. But I understood why that fight took place. But it's like Floyd Mayweather fighting Bernard Hopkins like at 160, like if I'm gonna go up to 160, if I'm Floyd Mayweather, I would at least want it to be for a belt. Like I'm not finna just do it for nothing. Like what is that? And then I remember Roy Jones coming in saying he would fight Floyd at a catch weight of 170. And it's like, bro, like be serious, bro. Like I don't even think Floyd walks around at 170. I think this dude walks around at like 160 something. Like it's just, I don't know, bro. To me, it just seems like there's a little jealousy there. And again, this is not me downing or shitting on Roy Jones. I love that dude. I think I may even have him ahead of Floyd on my favorite list. But I'm not finna sit here and act oblivious to it. Where like I see the jealousy there, and both of those guys has a Hall of Fame career. I think Roy Jones, his career started off great, didn't end great. But that's because he relied more on athleticism than boxing, whereas Bernard Hopkins' career didn't start off the best, but it ended the best. And that's because he relied on boxing more than athleticism. You know what I'm saying? So it was, the reverse effect on both of those. But, I think that, and obviously Floyd Mayweather, he's had a wonderful career. He's made a lot of money. I think that where the issues come in at is like Floyd calling himself TBE, and they feel like that's a disrespect to like the guys before them. But it's like, here's my thing, bro. He has a right to feel that way about himself, bro, as anybody does, bro. And I don't like this notion that we're like people feel like you just because a fighter of yesteryear is a fighter of today's time is supposed to automatically just assume that they're not as good as them, and that's not true. You know what I'm saying, bro? Floyd has broken records in the sport of boxing. Now, do I believe Floyd is the greatest of all time? No, but I think that he can be talked about as one of. I don't really think that, to be honest, if I'm just gonna be honest, I don't think there's a specific greatest of all time because there's no one guy that can beat every style out there. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? If you put Floyd in there with Tommy Hearns, Floyd loses that fight. You know what I'm saying? If you put Tommy Hearns against Roy Jones, I think Roy Jones at 160 will stop Tommy Hearns. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, it's you know, you put who knows? Like, now I don't know. Roy Jones in his prime, that's I don't know. That's a hard. I have a hard time trying to find somebody that can beat Roy in his prime. I don't know about that. But, you know, it just is what it is, bro. So it's nothing. I don't see anything wrong. I don't think that Floyd was being disrespectful to Muhammad Ali by saying that he feels like he's better than him. I mean, that's his opinion, bro. Like, you can't get mad at the way he feels about himself. And truth be told, I mean, like, bro, like what Floyd said, if I'm training, I'm putting all these hours in. I didn't do all that to say that somebody else is better than me. And he has that right. Completely understandable. It's not like if it's Edgar Berlanga saying that, then yeah, okay. But it's Floyd Mayweather. He's made, you know, it's Floyd. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?